All right, I want to spend about 5 minutes on drawing modes. The toolbar right up here, Vectorworks calls this the toolbar. I call it the modes bar. They say it's the toolbar full of modes. I just call it the modes bar. So if you hear me say that, that's what I'm talking about, is this area right up here. There are selections, there are options up here almost for everything you do in Vectorworks. So there's always modes, and be looking for it. When you select a tool, go look up there and see if there's something that you need to set. Now this video I'm putting this out there because you may have some settings. There's nothing that we did when we set up our template. It has nothing to do with that. You just may have inadvertently set one of these things wrong, or it may have just defaulted to a different default than mine does. So I want you to just take a quick look at this. Notice that when I have nothing selected, all I have is the 2D selection tool loaded. Nothing is selected in my drawing. I have modes at that point. This mode here, you don't ever want to get that. I can't imagine why you would ever want it. You would, when you draw objects, you don't get any selection handles. So it's difficult to move them, to resize them, to do anything with them. So you want this. This unrestricted interactive scaling mode is one that I never use. I found that the best way to define this, as I'm going to take you to when I Google this. If you look up here, you can see I put in unrestricted scaling mode in Vectorworks, and this came up, and it says that right down here, the third mode allows interactive rescaling or reshaping on all objects. This is not the normal way that I use this tool. The reason I don't tend to use the tool in this way is it allows you to reshape all these selected objects. Sometimes you might want to move the object, but with this mode you can accidentally end up reshaping it. So that's one I think that we want to just stay away from. This is essential, the wall insertion mode. This is going to allow you to install windows and doors in your walls, which is what you want to do. And it'll allow you to pull them in and out of the wall. So you can put it in and you can take it out. If this isn't selected, once you get it in there and you select this and you can't get it out, it won't come out. So just make sure this is selected. These are your marquee types. You know, the rectangle is the one that we have set up so that it does that, rather than, you know, drawing a free-form marquee around it, which you may like, and if you like that, do it that way. This little icon here, this allows you to move a wall. Watch when I do this. If I move this wall, it brought the other wall, the interior wall and the exterior walls, along with it. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to deselect that. And I'm going to select this wall. And when I move it now, it moves as a entity all its own. That's typically not something that you want to do, so I leave this one turned on all the time. Okay, now to the last one here, let's talk about the windows and your doors. If you click on the Windows icon, you will get a window loaded onto your cursor. And if you will take that window up to the modes bar, or the tool set bar, you will see some settings up here. The first one is the standard insertion mode. That's what you want. You want that one highlighted in gray. This one would allow you to insert the window from some offset point. This is, again, this is the wall insertion mode. Make sure that's turned on. And then these allow you to insert the window from a certain point, center line, left side, right side, some special point that you might have. And this one allows you, if you double click on it, it will allow you to go ahead and set up the window the way you want it to be. Go ahead and put the size in, put the You know, all of the transom, the sill, the jamb and sash, you'll be able to dimension all of that stuff out, get it just right. And here's the way I would think about using this. This is not the way I had you do it on the video. I had you set this up by double clicking on the window. The same window opens. I had you set it up, but what that did was that only changed that one instance of window to have those properties. This is gonna set it up globally so that once you set this up, every window that you bring in from here on out is going to have those settings unless you change them. If you had 30 windows and 20 of them had the same attributes, the only thing different from those attributes would be their sizes, right? So you set all of these attributes up first, and then you can, you know, bring in one size and then go back in, change the size up there in this little box here. You double click on it, go in, change the size, everything else is still set, get out of there, bring the next window in, next one. So that's, I think, the way to use that. So there you have it. I just wanted to make sure that you were aware of these modes up here, and this one in particular is one that you really want to keep highlighted all the time. Okay, see you soon.